We're live?
Yes.
Oh, Lord, and I'm enjoying this Café Bustelo.
It's really good.
So, we're doing a show about nothing.
And a little bit about everything.
My name is Maricel,
And I'm Elizabeth.
and we're here drinking cafe, trying to wake up because I am not a morning person, especially on a Monday. Mondays are my
I know.
days off. My body knows it. So, here I am with Café Bustelo, nice and hot.
And we need our Café Bustelo because, contrary to her, I am a morning person. I get up at 5 in the morning. And in order to do this show, because I do work, she's off, we have to drink coffee to keep us up. But it's all good because we're here to talk about nothing and everything and bring some laughter to your week. So we're really excited about episode 1. But we do have a big favor to ask, and that is that we don't have a title for our show. So...
No. And we are two Boricua women that we met in today's Inspired Latina.
That's right.
Elizabeth, you're in volume,
I am in volume 1.
and I'm in volume 4.
4. And we don't know
Right.
exactly how we came together. I know that there was some kind of connection, probably through a friend. But a little background about myself. Let's tell them who we are. So I
Yes.
am an entrepreneur. I have an interpreting and translation company that's been in business for 12 years. I'm a mom. I am a wife. I have 2 beautiful boys, 26 and 15. And I'm a mentor. I love to speak to women entrepreneurs and others alike, I guess. I mean, my journey into entrepreneurship wasn't an easy one, but it was something that I took a risk in doing, and I'll be sharing stories along the way on this. But I'm successful, and I'm really happy to say that I'm still standing here. And I'm a Boricua, and as you know, we have a long way to come, and it's our time, and so we need a seat on the table. And talking about seats on the table, I sit on 2 boards. So I am the board chair of the Norwegian American Hospital Foundation. And I was recently elected as the president-elect for the National Association of Women's Business Owners. What does that mean? Woo-hoo! Next year, I'll be the first Latina president of NABO for Chicago.
Wepa!
Yes.
I love that. Oh, Lord. So, with that being said, and mentoring and stuff like that, that's why we came together to do this show.
Yes.
Bring a platform to Latinas in general, but it so happened that we're both I'm from Ponce, Puerto Rico. ¿De dónde tú eres?
Ah, de Manatí.
Huepa, viste, para allá vamos a también a llevar el show con un poquito de café in the morning because te digo, I am still sleeping.
I know you are. I'm sorry.
Well, I have a family business with my mother for 21 years, Ponce Restaurant. I think you've heard of it. Have you heard of it?
Oh my gosh, the best food ever. Yes.
Well, that started my mom selling food from the trunk of her car and in the coolers. And then what we did was she kept going. We did the Puerto Rican restaurant, the festivals in the park. Cuando estaba bueno eso. That was the 6 days Puerto Rican festival.
That was fun.
So it was a struggle trying to make ends meet, mom being a single mom. So we kept striving, and mommy knew, Mari, vete, véndelo, y Elba te va para la cocina, because she knows I can't cook.
But you have the personality. That's probably why.
Mom knows best.
That's right.
Mom knows best. And behind that camera is our producer, Jacob. Hola, Maria, my son. Thank you.
Thanks.
So, giving back to the community, I was a teen mom. And, just the little that I have, like when I do Ponce Life, I say, Ponce Life, my life, and I bring it to you because there's bigger and better things out there, but just we need the revenue, the avenue open, the doors open for a better life. So I did Amarili's book club at BBM when my son was in elementary school, and mentoring 7th and 8th graders. And I think that's where we should start.
I agree.
To open that. So what am I doing? I'm an author, a mother, a grandmother of 8.
Wow, 8. I thought it was less, but okay. And you just had a...
Yes, Elijah is the new edition, number 8.
And it's beautiful.
Oh my God.
Beautiful.
Elijah Maximus, my heartbeat. Just breathe. And talking about just breathe, I picked this up this weekend.
Yes.
With my cousin Jasenia, we went to Michael's she was going to pick up a frame, and then I tell Elizabeth about I picked up the journal she was talking about, and guess what?
And I happen to
Just breathe.
We're like, so if we're not two pods that are alike, I don't know who is, but we ended up both getting the same thing. So we're both excited to fill this out. This is a really great
from my
planner. It's the Big Happy Planner Wellness Edition. So you get to write how you feel during the day. They ask you for one word you're thinking about, how you exercise. It's a pretty cool planner. It's big, but it's pretty cool.
Yes, it is. It is big. And being Elizabeth, that just gave me my birthday present.
Yes.
I will be carrying it in that bag.
Cool.
Yes, and then I also, with the stickers, I put Dreamcatcher. Because I was in Paris with the Today's Inspired Latina, and Gloria mentioned, I was like, well, there was another lady with us, and she's like, oh my God, this is a wish come true. I'm in Paris. And then I was like, wow, I can't say it's a dream come true, because coming from Humboldt Park,
Right.
de nada,
De nada.
to a little bit of something con sofrito en Ponce, I'm in Paris.
Yes.
And then I'm like, I can't say it was a dream. I never thought of it. So Gloria said, Maricel, you're a dream catcher. And I thought
That's so sweet.
And I am a dream catcher because in a couple weeks I'll be in Spain. So, si se puede, si se puede.
Si se puede. And I think that's a constant reminder for all of us, either being a single mom,
Yes.
or a Latina, or a woman. You know, everything's impossible. It's possible. I mean, it's within reach if you really believe in yourself, right? You have to just really put it out there. I think sometimes we get caught up in the negativity of the people around us, or just the thoughts, and then we don't grow. You know, and talking about, you know, wishes coming true. I mean, having a business for 12 years, we have won over 11 awards for the work that we do. And my mission is my biggest why, right? Like, we think about why we get into business, and sometimes people create something because they think it's marketable and it's the hottest thing. But I really truly believe that when you get into a business, it should be about something you have already experienced in, or your big why. And my big why was my parents not speaking any English, and then having two sisters from the deaf community, which resulted in what we all say being voiceless, right? And so often when they went out and, you know, tried to communicate with the outside world, they were struggling, and that was really heartbreaking to me. And I wanted to create that void in society. But, you know, growing our business is a challenge, right? I know that for you and your restaurant, I can tell you, every time I go to Ponce, the food is so consistent. It's always busy. And I was even hired for a day. And I said I would help her on Father's Day. And I was like, with a big heart, like, I'm going to do this. I quit halfway through because it was so hard. And my gosh, you got to give credit to waiters and waitresses, and the people in the kitchen.
Yes.
And the people at the cashiers. It's not an easy job.
No,
and
it's not.
to remain consistent, right? Because your capurrias are always, oh my gosh.
Boy.
I don't have one, I have 3, and then I have to go on a diet the following week because it's so much fried food that I indulge in. But it was a wonderful experience trying to help you out that day. But I just couldn't keep up with the pace. So I was like, Maricel, I quit.
I'm like, what, already? And this just started.
I know.
But like you were stating, it's hard to find, you know, some kind of motivation to keep going. And I think you have to believe in yourself and not think about what everybody else is doing, but just be consistent with like 21 years in Ponce. It's consistency.
Yes.
And present. You have to be present, and that's what it is. If I'm not there, if I'm not doing a talk show now, I'm out there, you know, promoting our food and getting people to know us more. It's 21 years, but we have 50, 60 more years to come. So we have to keep growing with the times because you don't want to be left behind.
No, and we shouldn't. And listen, audience, so for me to be doing this is a big move for me because I don't really like to be on camera, and I'm really intimidated by it. So when you said, let's do a show, I'm like, okay. And we kept on postponing week after week. And I was like, if we don't do this, I'm not going to do it. Right? And that's fear of the unknown, or how you're going to show up and things like that. And last week, I mean, I like to use fear as a great example of like lack of motivation. I've been feeling no motivation for work, and I'm trying to pinpoint what those reasons are, and I know that I have to work hard in order to sustain my business, right? Because you just don't walk away from it. But I was challenged through my mastermind advisory board last week to figure out what is the root of me not being motivated, and then getting to it. And then on Friday, my mentor coach emailed me. I'm sorry, it wasn't him. One of the members emailed me to ask me what were the reasons. And I gave him 4 reasons why I was feeling the way I was feeling. And I committed to doing something. And I said, I'm going to make 10 calls today. So the good news is I made 3. The bad part was I didn't make the other 7. But there was something good came out of it. And I noticed that my business grew out of referrals, and so now I have to prospect and pick up the phone. So I'm very uncomfortable with that, and I think many of you probably are too. But I actually ended up picking up the phone and calling the Chicago public school system, because I heard that in the past that you have to have a principal who sponsors you in order to be a vendor, which I don't totally agree on, because how do you get your business out there if you don't get the opportunity to come in, right? So the procurement person sends me an email, and then over the weekend on Sunday, he replied for me to submit my pricing. So I picked up the phone and I tried it, and I think that we sometimes have to be very uncomfortable doing things to know that it's not as uncomfortable as you think it is. And so talking to this person, I just asked a few questions, simple things, and I was so excited to see that email from him. And then I did a couple other things. I mean, I did a lot of research on the government website. That's where all my time went. But my point is, fear can cripple you.
Yes.
Right? And like your mom 21 years ago, knowing that she had to feed probably her children, right? You had to find a way to live, that this is the idea she came out of, and look at where you're at right now.
Yeah.
And you always have a waiting. I mean, we go, there's like an hour wait. My God. It's like amazing.
I know now they say, you need to go bigger. And I'm like, yeah, we're working on the muebleria next door. We'll open that door.
Yes.
But, you know, it's like, when we first moved, because now in the new location it's going to be 3 years in December, and people were like, oh, you know, when you grow bigger, you lose the essence and all that stuff. And it is true in some situations, but not in ours, because the thing is present. You have to be present. You have to keep growing. You have to keep marketing.
Yes.
You have to be, out there. I am having fun networking. I love it. Look at how wonderful people I meet. My girlfriend here, partner in crime now. we're like, yeah, jumping out of our chairs with our café bustelos, Pero como yo te digo, it took for me to wake up and motivate myself this morning. I said, you could do this, make a difference. What am I going to do? What I regularly do on Mondays is, you ask my grandkids, what does grandma do on Mondays? Sleep.
Yep.
And I loved it that way. But if I could do something productive like this, let's get up, let's do this.
Yes.
Let's make a movement, because this is a movement we're creating. We're going to talk about, a show about nothing and
a little bit about everything. So being that you don't like to wake up on Monday, how did you?
My little routine. Well, I came and I got my little MAC eyebrow pencil it in, trying to look alive. Pero how do I look?
You look beautiful.
Yeah.
You have beautiful natural skin. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, let me see. Benefit happy, number 3.
Okay.
You're supposed to put it all over your face, but I put it on my eye like a raccoon. So I like it. I like the how I use it.
Your
They
natural
say
glow.
use it all over the face. I'm like, no. I just put it right here. I always focus on the eyes. So that's how I walk. And just some red lipstick, some color pop, and here I am. It's morning. How do I look? Oh, my hair,
And
too.
your hair, too. I love your hair. It's
This is Botanica. This is a Dominican, Ida Rojas. We're going to have her here as well, because we're also going to have guests.
Yes, we are. I can't wait.
We're so excited. And we have the coffee coffee mug for our guests.
All of our guests will get a cup.
Yes.
And they'll have some fresh bustelos.
So you're going to have to give us a call, and we'll see. We'll put you on our list for our guests.
Talking about beauty.
Yes.
So, qué locura. You got to hear what I did last week.
Let me get another sip.
And look, you'll see my 2 pictures. So I decided to do microblading because as you get older, your eyebrows get thinner, right? And so my sister-in-law did hers first with the same person I went to, and I decided to do mine. And I go on the same day that I have a dentist appointment. So last week,
It's so hilarious.
talk about pain. I do the microblading, and I think the lady that didn't realize that because my eyebrows are darker than the normal person, which she says it works easier for the lighter eyebrows. I didn't know this, but shoot, they cut you. Like literally, they're like cutting your
Oh no.
your eyebrows. So I did it, and they look. I think they look pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think, right?
they're how you call it, forming and peeling, right?
Yes, forming
into
and peeling.
You have to go through stages.
Oh gosh.
Because I was so scared when I seen you. I was like, what is that? What did you do?
I won't do it again after this one, but I
No,
won't
no,
do it
but
again.
that's what we do for beauty.
I know, but
And it is coming along.
and
It
it's
is-
painful. It was painful. So
Wow.
I won't have to use a pencil. But then it was a 12 o'clock appointment, and I didn't get there out of there till 1:30. Then I had to shoot back to the dentist for what? I had to get a crown put. So not only am I having pain up here, and then I'm getting shots in my mouth for this crowd, and I'm like in total pain. And I'm like, why did I torture myself this way? So I take these two pictures. You can see them there, and yo estaba loca, like literally loca. I got home and I told my husband, I don't know what I was thinking. It was like needle shoots here, cutting here. And I felt like I was like, my face was pasma, right? Like I left.
See, that's a step that you don't have to take that I do. I have to color in my eyebrows.
We'll go to microblading.
I know. You said it was painful.
But it's like you said, the cost of beauty, right? And I don't know
Yeah.
makeup, so I'm a very natural person.
Yeah.
So I went and brought makeup this weekend so that I can look a little pretty for today. And I bought Fendi.
I know it.
Yeah.
Yes, and then you had some
Yeah,
highlights.
eso highlights.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I have a lot of makeup too,
You
but
do.
I am of Urban Decay.
Okay.
Decay. Decay. I love their brand. I just bought the honey palette.
Oh, did you?
Yes, I just play with it. I see it, and I try to do stuff, but as long as I feel good about it, I don't need to be like, the whole ensemble with, an hour of prepping the face. I'm like a
No.
little bit here, a little bit there. I feel good. I'm ready to go,
I do too.
and I love it.
You like
It's
it?
nice. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
working out.
It's pretty natural.
I wouldn't do it though.
Why not?
I'm scared.
Oh, what?
I don't know.
And they numb it supposedly, but some numbing don't work. But try it. I mean, I'm not discouraging anyone. I just don't think I would do it again. You always try everything once,
See,
right?
she wouldn't do it again.
I
She told me
wouldn't.
to go try it. No.
Or maybe by next year they'll come up with some numbing cream that really works. Because
Oh,
the numbing cream
okay.
they give you really doesn't work.
Mhm.
I mean, I put that thing on 30 minutes before. On my way there, I was in the car doing like this, putting on the crema so that it wouldn't hurt as much. But, hey, you gotta take risk, right?
Yeah, you do,
Take
and that's
risk.
what it is. We take risk every day.
We do.
Especially with what's going on in the news all the time, and that's another thing we did this platform is just talk about positive things.
Mm-hmm.
Positive things like what we did this weekend. I
Yes.
seen in the Heights in the Miracle Center. That's an amazing show, and it's right in the neighborhood. You don't hear that much vibe about it, but you hear about what happened down the block.
Yes.
And that's really sad because we need to get positive things out there. So go see In the Heights. It's at the Miracle Center. Sorry, I don't know the address offhand, but we'll link it down below. Or up. Where are you going to put it, Jacob? Our producer, where are you going to put the link?
I'll find a spot for it, I'm sure.
Mary Santana and Vanessa Torres are doing amazing things with that theater.
They are.
They're expanding next door. They have
Wow.
the productions with After School Matters
Mm.
as well. The next one is Cinderella.
Nice.
And I take my grandkids, teach them
It's a
early.
great place.
And it's so cheap.
Reasonable.
Yes.
Yes. Reasonably priced.
It's cheap.
It's cheap. It is
I like cheap stuff.
Well, I was going to meet you on Friday, but I want to take my son. So I held off because I wanted Mario Stefan to see it. But
Mhm.
talking about the Heights, I actually went to an event for the National Museum of Puerto Rican Arts, the one located on Division. They have an annual Raíces event, and they honored Jimmy Smith.
Oh Lord,
And
I missed that.
I know. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out. Santiago, the woman that wrote the book I Am Puerto Rican. Or when I was Puerto Rican.
When I was Puerto Rican, isn't that?
Why?
Oh,
se me olvidó el nombre, perdóname, but anyways, they were recognized for the work that they do in our community, and the group from the Heights actually performed. I don't know if I didn't tell you this, but they performed a piece of the Heights as sort of an introduction and letting everybody know that the Heights was opening on Friday, and I loved their song, and I was like, gosh, I can't wait to see that. So this weekend was all about the arts for me. I did that on Thursday, was well attended. They raised money for the organization, and they do a lot of things around the Puerto Rican culture, which I think is something we need to talk about a little bit more.
Exactly, get more exposed out
Yes.
there. I think they're real excluded. You know, I think they got to bring it out. You know, it's like we've been on Ponce, on Fullerton, 4313, West Fullerton, Ponce Restaurant.
Plug.
You know, I also, you know, open the doors for advertising. You know, like I have a poster for In the Heights. I give them flyers to our customers because a lot of our customers on the weekend come from all over.
Yes.
Wisconsin, Indiana. What was the other one? Madison.
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
I took the person to Milwaukee.
So, you know, just swing by and I will advocate for everybody.
Yes.
And I love it. So we, what else are we going to talk about exciting today? So,
Well, I want to say I went to go see Organic Sofrito this weekend.
yes, you know what? There's so many events that I would love to attend, but you know, I do have to show face at Ponce.
I get that. So
I gotta pick and choose. You know why?
I was there.
You know why I didn't go? I was at the Autism Hero Project.
That's right, for Tamika.
Yes.
Yes.
And that organization, I love it so much.
I do too.
And I took my grandchildren because I want them to know that, you know, it's everybody is one.
Yes.
You know, you're a little different, you're a little taller, you're a little shorter, you're a little thinner, but we're all one. And I like to support organizations, and the thing is that you don't have to wait to have autism or somebody in your family to have autism. You pick a fundraiser, believe in it,
Absolutely.
and raise money for them as well.
Yeah. I was so sad I missed that event, but
I was sad too. It was so much fun.
It
The
was.
kids, the talents.
it was.
It was like a talent show, and these kids are amazing. A piano player. I was like,
A piano player.
an opera singer.
Wow.
Amazing. So we got to look forward to those shows so we could come out and
Yes.
support.
So we're definitely, I know it's Tamika Morales, who's the founder of Autism Hero Project, a dear friend of ours too.
Yes.
Who I missed because
We had to
we had to do, right, we had to pick and choose,
split.
but I had to really get my house together. And my husband made it a point that we were going to pull weeds, and that's what we did, but that's fine. I know she'll forgive me. But November 14th is her annual gala.
Yes.
And what her organization does is raises money for families who can't afford medical insurance, and so that's covered for their children. And you know, autism is a really big thing now. You're hearing a lot about it now.
Yes.
More and more kids have it, but they're very talented, special kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, America's Got Talent, who just won a
Yeah.
young man who had autism, an amazing singer.
I did not follow the show,
Oh
but
gosh,
I did
it was-
hear about it. And yeah, it's like they were selling sweets, and I don't have, you know, we have to get ready
Oh my gosh,
with
yes,
names. These
yes.
sweets are made by
Mike-
autism adults.
Mikey O posted the
Oh,
piece of it.
Mikey O. Oh, he's gonna be one of our guests. We don't know it yet, but he's gonna be one of our guests. He is one to
Promote.
know and support. You know, Latina women, everything Latino. There he is.
Yes.
And you know, it's like I ran into him into the autism program, and I'm like, are you following me or am I following you? Because we believe in their community and
do.
in growing, and we need to do this more in the Humboldt Park area. Because I did have to drive an hour.
You did. Well, wherever I go, it's more than an hour too, because I live in the south suburbs. So, but we make the sacrifices, and we make
Yes.
the point to go there, and that's why I went to go see Organic Sofrito, because somebody I know, Carla Hernandez, who's executive director of the Puerto Rican Arts Alliance, posted about it. So I really wanted to see it, and it was really fascinating. A one-woman show about her, you know, the upbringing and things that we don't talk about, mental health,
Oh.
right? But it was a comedy, but it was a dark comedy. And I can tell on other people's faces in the audience that they were very uncomfortable. And there were more, the people that were uncomfortable were the older people. And they would turn around. But I think
too
that's
taboo.
too taboo, and something we need to talk about, because mental health doesn't exist. And there were some parts that she would raise her voice and yell at her kid, and I was like, oh my God, is that me? Am I mentally ill?
But you know what? That reminds me. One time I'm driving my son to school, and I used to drive an hour, just to get him to his school.
Yeah.
And a car crossed me, and I'm driving, and I'm like, "Ah!" And then I yelled at him, and then I looked at Jacob. You see what he did, right?
So that's her organic sofrito was. It was like one moment the mother was a certain way, and then she's like, pero, you know. No, we're not mentally ill, but it's just kind of we get caught up in the morning of stress, right? And yeah, it was wonderful. So for me, the weekend was a lot of arts, World Music Festival, and then I went to go see jazz at night, and
fun.
all about supporting my people, because that's
And
what it was
talking about supporting people, Hustler.
Oh, Hustler.
That's what I did last night.
How did you like it?
I did enjoy it. And you know, I love Jennifer Lopez for, you know, everything that she's done. But we are also going to be introducing a book club. And if you can see behind me,
Right there.
a piece of cake.
Which blends in with El Café Bustelo.
Yes. A piece of cake by Cupcake Brown. This is our first selection. And the reason I picked this book was because it's a memoir, dark, but with an amazing ending. This is what we have to,
So she brought it in today because I have to start reading it.
Yes, that's for her.
And we'll be
She
talking
got
about
homework.
it. So I have homework. Like, if I didn't have enough to do, but I start a class tomorrow night too, so I'm really excited. Now I have this as homework. But I know that we're getting close to our time to end our show because
Yes, so we
want
need to cheers.
Cheers to our Café Bustelo.
Yes.
And to you for watching us on this Monday morning. And we really need your feedback or your input as far as a name for this show based on our personality for the topics that we plan on bringing to you. And if you could just, type them in or email it.
Jacob will link it down below.
Got it. Whatever that works, whatever works.
Google Maricel Melendez.
And Elizabeth Colon.
And we are done.
We are done.
Our first
Have a great week.
Cheers.
Have a great one. Bye-bye.